All right. Well, I've got exciting and I don't want to call it sad because it's not sad, but exciting news. And we wanted to kind of share all of this with you out there. It is a miracle we hung on to Jason for as long as we did. But it is time that he's got a lot of good ideas and some companies that I can't get along with. So he can. He's got a lot of good ideas, and it's just time that he did his own thing. And so I wanted to introduce it to y'all first before anybody else got to learn about it. I wanted you guys to hear and learn it and think about all these cool things that you're going to get to do. Jason, can you tell us what you got going on?
Yeah, certainly. And first and foremost, Chris, I just want you to know how much I've appreciated everything that you've done for me personally and for the industry. And you're a pit bull, and you know that, and people know that. And I've learned a lot from you. I think about what my friend Jeff Peavy used to say about when we worked together at iCar, how like we knew collision repair, but we don't know the collision repair business. I've learned so much from you and Larry and everybody involved with Collision Hub about the collision repair business. It's been pretty eye-opening for me and enlightening and disheartening all at the same time sometimes, what I see going on out there. But no, I'm super excited to be launching a new kind of a technical support consulting organization called Collision ProAssist. It's going to be collisionproassist.com. The website is in process right now. It's not fully operational, but it's getting pretty close. Um, and I'm going to be doing something that's, I think, a bit unique for collision repair training that no one's really ever done before, as well as offer some additional services and products that, again, I don't think the industry has been familiar with. And my motivation behind a lot of this is really for the collision repair technician. I think about all of the technicians that are out there, and I think about like events like SEMA and CIC and state and regional trade association meetings, and I think about how many technicians are not there. And their owner, their manager, their supervisor, maybe a technician or two gets some of this information, but the information never really makes its way back down to the floor for the technicians. And I wanted to build something specifically for the technicians that are out there, the young men and women that are actually fixing the cars. The ones that do the repairs just don't have access to a lot of great information often. And there's training programs available. Oftentimes, technicians are kind of forced to go to different training that may or may not meet their needs. And I wanted to do something, again, specifically for the technician and tailor to their individual needs. And so that's where this Collision Pro Assist, it's designed for professionals. It's designed to help them and guide them and offer technical support, offer them some coaching and some assessments and just try to make their lives better, so to speak. So let me share with you, start here by just kind of sharing the website and a little bit closer. Little closer piece of the logo there, so you can see Collision Pro Assist, technical support, coaching, and assessments. And again, I'm going to continue to offer something similar to what we've done with our welding program in the past, that coaching, that validation, working with OEM materials, working with OEM welding joints, and just trying to help them get their welding skills honed in a little bit better than what we see out there from time to time. I also want to do a program kind of like a personal trainer, right? So a lot of people go to whether they play golf and they've got a swing coach, or maybe they go to the gym and they've got a strength and conditioning coach. I want to work with technicians and from time to time with their owners and managers as well to really assess kind of where they're at, where they're struggling with, and then customize and tailor a program to them. And it might not be me delivering the training for them. It may be, hey, look at this video and read this article, and here's a class schedule from 3M or from ProSpot or whatever types of tools and equipment that they have. But I want it to be tailored to their individual needs, not just a generic course offering that they kind of have to go through. I'm going to build some tools for employers as well, some new hire assessments to kind of gauge where maybe their entry level technicians at, or maybe a new hire, and see how are their welding skills, where are they at, are they familiar with different techniques and tools and accessing all information. And then probably offer some consulting services for equipment as well. We still get a lot of calls on which spot welder should I buy, which scan tool should I buy. So I want to offer those types of services to the technicians or to the shops as well. The thing that I'm probably most excited about, and I'm going to stop sharing here just a moment, kind of set this up before we dive into it though, is a reimagined version of Pick a Tech, a reimagined version of Ask iCar. Those are resources that are available to technicians and folks today that they can, call and ask us questions about specific topics. But a lot of times technicians, they just turn to the person in the stall next to them and say like, well, hey, I'm having a problem with this. What would you do? And as you know, Kristen, like a lot of times that's either they get bad information, they get inaccurate information, or they're just getting an opinion on something. So what I really wanted to do was have something that was powered by the professionals, not by opinions. I want to build a team of experts that are in the back bay waiting for you for when you need them. So I'll be launching a new service called Backbay that will be an exclusive kind of membership. It's going to be kind of a club of like-minded individuals. I'm really trying to target that 18 to early 30s technician that's maybe a little bit more savvy with technology, that isn't so ingrained in, well, this is the way I do it, that has the humility to say, like, you know what, I don't know everything and I need help. And I want to do it in an environment that, unlike and I was talking to Ryan and Sean from 3M recently, unlike those that go to social media university to get information, I want this to be a place where people can feel comfortable asking questions and not worry about getting lambasted, and told that they're a hack and that they shouldn't be fixing cars. I just want to develop a network for technicians to build their comfort level, to give them tools that's gonna help them be more successful. And so, what I've done is I have been building on my nights and weekends and building in Discord this Back Bay platform, and I'm going to have different levels. I'm going to have a Back Bay access level. That's going to be kind of the entry level for Back Bay. It's going to allow you to kind of go through here and peruse a number of different areas. But there's going to be other areas that you're not going to have access to. You're not going to have access to the OEM information pages. You're not going to have access to, ask questions of the subject matter experts that we got. The next tier is going to be our Back Bay Pro, which is going to kind of be very similar to, from a pricing standpoint, to what we have for Pick a Tech today. That's going to give you access to all the different channels, be able to ask your typical kind of your Pick a Tech type questions, your technical inquiry type questions on, is there a sectioning procedure? What is this material? What's the repairability? Which adhesive should I be using? Can I use SPRs on a Ford F-150 box side? All those normal questions that we normally get. But what I also want to do in here is I want to connect technicians with experts from tool, equipment, product makers, vehicle makers. Oftentimes, Kristen, when you and I and Larry get questions, we can answer those questions. But there are times where I have to call Sean Collins at 3M, or I have to call Jerry Banani at Ford and ask them, like, hey, this is the scenario, this issue that we're running into. They give me the answer. I share that information with the customer, but it's just the three of us that are involved in that conversation. I want to kind of take me out of the equation. I want a technician to be able to talk to the OEMs and talk to tool equipment manufacturers in an environment that we can record and have it there for other technicians that might have the same question on it. And so what we'll be able to do is we're going to have our typical kind of Back Bay tech support channel in here. You can see I've grabbed a couple of screenshots from Pick a Tech to kind of talk about that F-150 again, kind of what we go through on a regular basis, pretty common. Um, but what I also want to do is I want to build pages for tool equipment product manufacturers that they can communicate again directly with these technicians that have a thirst for knowledge, that want to learn how to do things, that want the right information, that don't want to turn to the person in the stall next to them, that wants to talk to the experts in the back bay. Have product sheets here, have videos here, have resources for the technicians. Again, that's something that's specifically tailored to them. And frankly, I've got it in Discord so that I can get rid of some of those real body men that are out there, the naysayers. I want to build this for, again, the eager technicians that want information and are going to be searching that out, and not Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I don't need answers from anybody. I want this to be built for the thirsty technicians that are out there. But technicians, 3Ms of the world and the cam models and the car owners, this will be a place where they can upload videos, they can upload new information. If they have a new piece of equipment, they can put their cool tools in there. They can do promotions. I want to connect technicians with, presentations. And again, at our highest level, our Backbay Premier level, I'm going to start offering some exclusive kind of content, whether it's monthly or quarterly presentations from tool equipment manufacturers, from vehicle manufacturers, but again, specifically tailored to these technicians. I'm going to throw in a t-shirt. We can throw in some swag from some other tool equipment manufacturers. Again, I want to build this community. I want to have some special events. And again, just equip the technicians with tools that they've never really had access to, and including like financial resources, right? I've got a couple of articles already in here on just, I work for a small independent shop. I don't have a 401k. Like, what am I gonna work on cars for the next 50 years of my life and not have, any resources? So I want to give them some tools on that they can start, building their portfolio and get into investing and get a Roth IRA and save money for their first home. And again, just build a portal, a place where these young technicians can just go to get information, technical or otherwise. And I want them to help and really kind of guide and direct this too. I've got an area here for help us improve, right? So if you got an idea to improve this Discord channel, throw it up here. Let's see what can happen. I've got an area in here where tool ideas so that a technician can, post a tool idea in there that maybe Odito Diaz or somebody sees in there and they can go and build something that's going to be, again, something that's designed or, conceptually by a technician and then put on pen and paper and turn into something that's going to make their lives easier. And so I'm just really excited about this Back Bay program. And again, just building something specific for technicians, built for technicians, designed for technicians, and just, powered by pros and not opinions.
Right. It'll be nice for the text to have a place. I think where everything's in one place. There's a lot of information around the industry, but it's in so many different places that you don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
And so that makes it really difficult for text is if you think it's in all those different places, you don't even know where to start. And then you go, well, I don't have the time to start.
Right.
So you just move on with your day because that's too much energy invested,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah. It is. And I know where to look because I've been doing it for so long, right? I really enjoy when people ask questions and I have to go find the answer and then share that answer with them and get them the solution that they need. I really enjoy doing the research part of it. I learned so many new things about, collision repair on a regular basis just by looking for a question on one topic. And the next thing I know, I'm on this huge trail down a completely different path because I found something that was interesting or intriguing. And this will give me an opportunity to share that. And we would share through our broadcast, through Picatech, we would share that information. But even a lot of that was going again to that shop owner manager and never really made its way down to the technician. Now the technician go here and see what's new in this area. It's searchable, it's sortable. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
super excited about this.
Yeah, well, I am too. I think there's a lot of people that are going to be excited about having access to you and not having to go through me anymore. So
Yeah,
the you were always the I guess the middleman between the industry and then me and Larry and having
yeah,
to settle some of those disputes. So I think it's you're going to have a flock of people at your door now, kind of going, okay, now that they're not around, we've got questions for you.
yeah.
So.
Yep. I'm not going to get in the estimate. I'm not going to do the front. Kristen's going to do, you do the front end stuff and the shop estimate. Like that's not, I'm not well versed in it. That's not my area of expertise. Like I like tools and equipment and procedures and materials, and that's where I'm comfortable. And I think that's the other thing. I think, we're going to continue to work together. I'm going to be a part of your life for the future, and
Yeah.
you're going to be part of mine. And I was joking with somebody. This might be the first amicable split that you've had with somebody ever, I think, right?
That's a good question. Let me have to think about that. No, there's been a lot of those in the through the years. I always just tell people when you do
Yeah.
things the right way, things happen the right way.
Right.
Yeah, kind of. But there's a lot of still technical stuff to discuss, and there's a lot of opportunities out there. I always tell everybody when they call me, I'm like, if you think you want to be an estimating consultant, jump in because
Yeah.
it's not what everybody thinks. It's not writing a sheet. It's like I'm like, you got to deal with the insurance companies, and so that's a mucky pond that it almost takes an army to figure that one out. So, there's
Yeah.
plenty of room, and I've watched everybody kind of come and go, and they come in and then they kind of go, wait, I just wanted to write estimates. Yeah, nobody needs that. We
Right.
need, we need other stuff. So,
Yeah.
but a big opportunity, and we know I'm excited to I mean, Pick a Tech was one of those things where there's a core group of shop users, and it's such an amazing tool. It was one of those things that you're like, why isn't more people not using this? Like to be able to just pop a text message in and get an answer,
Yeah.
instead of either doing it wrong or relying on the universe of social media to answer it for you. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's a fresh new life for that, and everybody really gets on that, because it's so many problems. You don't solve problems through QC. That's what I tell everybody. Everybody wants a QC solution for me. And I'm like, QC doesn't solve a problem because QC finds it after it's already happened.
Yeah.
It's finding it before the
Yep.
tech makes the mistake that's critical. And if we can get the information before things happen, then we don't have to worry about a QC program. I just don't.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you 100%. And it's asked the question before, and we get a lot of those pick a tech inquiries too, like after the fact. Like, you can tell when they call, like, hey, is it okay if I do this? And you're like, I think you already did that.
Yeah.
So but no, and again, that's why I think targeting that, that 18 to early 30s demographic, I think is going to be beneficial because they are comfortable asking the questions, and I want to be there to help them, and again, not just that one-on-one interaction, but share it with a whole slew of people. And that excites me. I mean, the technicians they're my people, right? That's I got technician blood running through my veins. I'm not a technician by trade, and the men and women that are out there fixing cars every day are far more talented than I am when it comes to repairing vehicles. But I can do the research, and I can give them the answers and help them get connected with the answers that they need so that they can take their skills and unveil them and fix the car properly. And just want to be part of their team. And they said, just kind of waiting in the back bay for when they need me.
Yeah. Oh, we've created way too many barriers in this industry between the information and the people that need the information. We're full of barriers, and we're not full of a lot of, technicians will not take a lot of leaps to go through a lot of barriers without anything going on. So it's one of those things where the least that we can do, the better.
Yeah.
So I think the more of those barriers that we remove, the more of that will get to the technician.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and my goal with the Backbay too is I'm gonna eventually build a portal for students and for instructors as well, because you know how passionate I am about the education side of things. I had a conversation with another organization last week about that and seeing how they might be able to help out with that. And again, that'd be something that'd be free for those, for those students, for those instructors, and give them the resources to help them in their future careers. And I'm going to be giving access to our Skills USA competitors this year. All the competitors, I'm going to give them that Back Bay access level access. And then for the medalists, I'm probably going to give them that Back Bay premium access as well, so they can experience the full suite that we have to offer there. So again, I want to start building for the next generation of these technicians. And whether you believe or don't, the technician shortage that we've got out there, and the need for technicians, regardless, I want to build tools to help that. And I think, having it in Discord kind of modernizes that and makes these younger technicians think that, you know what, maybe we're not so far behind the times, and maybe we're
yeah, they'll
a
be
little bit
comfortable
out.
there. They'll be very comfortable there. So it's
Exactly.
yeah, don't build stuff that us 50-year-old people like, and then get mad when the 20-year-old people don't use it, right? So
Right.
kind of great. Well, I'm excited to see where it goes. Obviously, keep us updated. Holler anytime
Yeah, of
there
course.
is something to do or to talk about or to add or whatever, because we'll definitely be there the whole time. And I think in probably a year or so, you're gonna own that space, dude. So Um,
Well, like I said, I hope so, and I need the technicians to come along with me again. That this is for them, and like I said, I'm
Well,
excited
you
about
just
it.
hear, I
And
mean, I always get on, and everybody's like, do we need a union? No, we don't need a union, but we do need you to get involved. Like, I mean,
yeah,
like, there's no, I think everybody wants somebody to do it for them. Like, you guys form a union and take care of all my problems. And for technicians, that's just not going to happen.
right.
Like, if you don't get involved and you don't give yourself a voice and you don't start taking control of some things, the industry doesn't get better because all of the people in the sports coats going to all the meetings aren't speaking for you and they're not
Right.
thinking of you. And I'm quite honestly, like to be cold, they don't care about you. Right. Like,
No.
I've never been, I mean, that's never a discussion unless somebody wants to come up and talk about, well, how do we recruit new people to the industry? You take care of the ones you got. That's how you
Well,
recruit people to the industry. Yeah.
yeah, and that's another angle I'm trying to take with this is again is I think that as a shop owner manager, equipping your technicians with tools like this that are designed for them, I think that helps your shop as well. It helps with retention and it helps reduce the turnover and hopefully eliminate some of the turnout that we've had in the industry. And again, these are the people, these are the men and women that fix the cars,
Yeah.
and there's nothing for them. And I want to work with them and build the tools that are going to make their lives better.
Well, I'm super excited. So stay in touch. You guys have seen the website. You've seen everything. You can get on there and follow. You can stay on top with what he's going. As he makes new announcements, we'll keep sharing those on the channels that we have, specifically through the collective. That's really what the collective is going to do is take all of these. No one person has all the answers, so you have to
Yep.
find key people that have different tools and bring them to the table and just kind of let it's almost like it takes a village to raise a child. It basically takes a village to raise a technician as well. It
Yep.
takes three villages to raise a body shop owner. I mean, that's a whole.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So my email is up and running. So it is Jason at collisionproassist.com. That's ready to go. Collisionproassist.com. It's going to be launched here very shortly. It might be launched by the time we release this video. Yeah, I'm excited. I got the same phone number for those of you already have that. And I'm looking forward to be part of the Collision Collective. And again, I'm a collaborator and I want to keep involved. And Kristen and Larry and the whole crew. And I'm not going to stop calling and emailing and writing you guys.
well, we
We're gonna be
promise every
working.
time
So.
you call us, we will just tell you it's a total. We promise. So that'll be our gift. That's a total, or they probably shouldn't be working on that car. That'll be our
There
two
you go.
responses. We'll just make sure that we keep it 100%
Yeah.
consistent the whole time.
There you go.
All
Perfect.
right. Well, we're going to keep everybody updated and stay tuned for more. And you'll just keep seeing Jason on the show, but in a different color shirt and with a different thing. And if you want to reach him, well, then you guys find that website. And we'll see you back next week. We're going to have another tech tip to bring. I still have some Jason tech tips that are going to come out. So
There you go.
see
Perfect.
you guys next week. All right.